You're also watching Joy News, and we'll cross over to the Flagstaff House, where the President, Nana Addo Akufo-Addo, is addressing the press.
For his service to our nation, 42 years in the colors, and wished him well in his retirement. The defense structure is such that there can be no vacuum in command. The Constitution in Article 212, 1A, reposes in the President of the Republic the responsibility to appoint the Chief of Defense Staff after consultation with the Council of State. The Council of State is yet to be constituted, and as you know, the processes for the constitution of the Council are now on. But pending its constitution, I've decided to appoint someone to act as Chief of Defense Staff. That person is the current Chief of Army Staff. For many of us, we know that to mean the Army Commander. And he's in the person of Major General Obed Akwa. An infantry officer. He's a graduate of the Military Academy at Teshi and of the Royal Military Academy at Sandhurst. And he has had an exemplary career in the Ghana Armed Forces. He's obtained qualifications from the Ghana Armed Forces Command and Staff College and the Defense Services Staff College of India. He's had extensive international peacekeeping experience in various parts of the world and was also brigade commander of the UN Stabilization Mission in the Democratic Republic of the Congo some 5 years ago. He has been commander of the Ghana Military Academy, commandant of the Kofi Annan International Peacekeeping Training Center, and since July of last year has acted as Chief of Army Staff. He was also ADC to my former boss, President John Ajay Kufuor, which was when I got to know him well. I believe that his career and personality make him strongly qualified to act in the top job of the Armed Forces, Chief of Defense Staff, and it is my pleasure to appoint him to act as such, pending the constitutionally required consultation with the Council of State. General, congratulations.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency.
Thank you. Nature abhorring a vacuum, with the elevation of Major General Akwa to the position of Chief of Defense Staff, there's a need to appoint his replacement. Again, the Constitution imposes that responsibility on the President of the Republic in Article 212(1)(b. That is the appointment of service chiefs. Again, pending the constitutionally required consultation with the Council of State, I have decided to appoint someone to act in the capacity of Chief of Army Staff, that is, of Army Commander. And I've settled on one of the outstanding soldiers of his generation. A soldier who, after a brief period of training at Teshi, graduated from the Royal Military Academy at Sandhurst. He's had a distinguished career serving in several units of the armed forces and has pursued extensive training in several prestigious military institutions. The Ranger School in the United States, the Junior Staff Course in Jaji in Nigeria, and artillery training in China, and has undertaken intelligence courses in the United States. He has indeed been Director General of the Defense Intelligence, and currently is the Commandant of MATS, that is the Military Training and Academy School, and was promoted to the rank of Major General in July 2016. He's a known expert in counterterrorism measures, and indeed is a fellow in counterterrorism of the National Defense University in Washington, D.C., and a member of the Royal College of Defense Studies in London. He's had a vast experience in international peace support operations in Lebanon, in Liberia, in Sierra Leone, Afghanistan, and Pakistan. And it is with considerable pleasure that I have the opportunity to appoint this distinguished soldier to act in the position of Army Chief of Staff, pending the consultation with the Council of State. And that is Major General William Azuri Ayamdu. General, you should come here so the world can see you. General Ayamdu.
Yes.
General, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. There are currently two distinguished soldiers who are in the positions of Chief of Air Staff and Chief of Navy Staff. I refer to Air Vice Marshal Maxwell Manchebi Te Nagai and the Chief of Navy Staff Rear Admiral Peter Kofi Feidu. Perhaps, Rear Admiral, you may join him, because this is a very brief matter. And the brevity is that the decision I've made is that they should be retained in their current positions as Chief of Air Staff and Chief of Naval Staff, so that now we have a full complement again of the service chiefs in our country. So, yes, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm aware that these are novel interventions in the governance of our country, but I believe that transparency and making sure that the Ghanaian people are aware all the time of what is happening here and in the decisions we take on their behalf is important. And that is why important public officials, such as those who I've outdoored to you this afternoon, be known directly to you from my own lips. So, and this is the reason for these measures that we have taken to acquaint the people with the decisions that I made. I'm grateful to you for being here, and thank you very much for your presence and the work that you're going to do in popularizing these decisions. These are fine soldiers, and the Ghanaian people should know that I've appointed some fine soldiers to protect them. Thank you.
And of course, the president was talking about Major General Obed Boamah Akwa, who is now the new Chief of Defense Staff, and he was born on the 20th of June, 1955. He's obviously a senior military officer with broad level of experience in defense and crisis management matters and considerable understanding of the nuances of international relations. He is well practiced in strategic planning and operational delivery, with a special knack for defining and analyzing problems and situations and designing and implementing practical solutions. He's also held various positions of responsibility, including command, operational, administrative, and human resource management in the Ghana Armed Forces. He's also capable of handling specific operational and administrative tasks and achieve deliverables within a defined time frame. Also capable of defining and managing the social, economic, and political consequences of decisions. And of course, before he was appointed as the Chief of Defense Staff, he was the Chief of Army Staff. You're still here on Journey.